On the news tonight, federal government arraigns Senator Natasha. Zakat and Sadaqah Foundation empowers widows in commemoration of 2025 International Widows Day. Good evening and welcome to Nta Ijebu Ode News at 7. My name is Mercy Ezeshi and here are the news in details. To mark the International Widows Day, the Zakat and Sadaqah Foundation launched a special Zakat and Sadaqah outreach program dedicated to supporting vulnerable widows as well as empower others in the society. Adetoye Adebaro reports that both financial and livelihood tools were provided for those in attendance. His reports.
International Widows Day is an annual event that comes up on the 23rd of June to celebrate, encourage and put smiles on the faces of widows. Here in Ijebu Ode, the Zakat and Sadaqah Foundation on Sunday, June 29, 2025, held a dual purpose event to commemorate the International Widows Day with the distribution of gift items to selected individuals. The program, which took place in Ito local government, Ijebu Ode, began with an opening prayer, followed by the opening speech by the Foundation's Zonal Coordinator, Alhaji Hussein Rahim, who emphasized the significance of supporting widows and vulnerable individuals in line with Islamic teachings. Alhaji Rahim added that the items distributed, including laundry equipment, motorcycles, generators, freezers, foodstuff, mattresses, and some other essential goods, are meant to boost beneficiaries' means of livelihood.
I urge you all to serve this Zakat fund as well as items, materials being given so that you can help yourself become self-independent in the nearest future.
Representing the Executive Director of the Foundation, Alhaji Abdul Latif Lawal, who was once the Zonal Coordinator of the organization, in a speech while encouraging beneficiaries, also shed more light on the aims and objectives of the initiative. He noted that the foundation was not only fulfilling its religious duty through zakat distribution, but also celebrating its 16th anniversary of humanitarian service. Alhaji Lawal reiterated the foundation's commitment to social justice and economic empowerment, especially for widows and the less privileged. He personally presented empowerment tools and items to some beneficiaries as a symbol of the organization's ongoing dedication.
Our widows are highly marginalized in terms of, just take it, you know, they are in the family, they are neglected, they are not taking, even the orphans who are their children are not even taken care of. So, but we believe that this should not be. So that's why the foundation has taken a bold step, you know, to be empowering the widows.
The event featured a special lecture delivered by Alhaji Rahman Adiyemi Sani, who represented the guest lecturer Alhaji Ashiru Mashood, titled The Impact and Productivity of Zakat. Alhaji Zani elaborated on the spiritual, social and economic benefits of Zakat in the Muslim community. He emphasized on the need of Zakat, urging Muslims to contribute to such noble causes regularly and with all sincerity. Alhaji Mashood also highlighted the consequences of not partaking as written in the Holy Quran.
A society that fails to pay zakat is a society that will be punished terribly by Almighty Allah, and that is the implication of what is happening in our society.
Some of the beneficiaries of the program shared their heartfelt gratitude to the foundation, commending organizers for being a pillar of support.
It's a good initiative, and for the past years that they've been doing it, and I know that people have been benefiting.
If all the richest men in Islam are doing this program according to Islamic prescription, there will not be poor people among the masses.
The theme of this year's International Widows Day is Invisible Women, Invisible Problem.
The federal government has arraigned Senator Natasha Ode before Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on 6-count charge bordering on harmful imputations and alleged cybercrime against the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, and former Governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello. In a petition to the IGP, the Senate President complained about the damages done to his reputation by the suspended Senator Ode on the accusation that the Senate President planned to eliminate her in Kogi State following her not guilty plea. The Director of Public Prosecution of the Federation, Mohammed Abubakar, urged the court to fix a date for the trial, but her counsel, Roland Otaro San, moved the bail application on the grounds that the suspended senator is not a flight risk and will not interfere with the investigation. Justice Umar granted the suspended senator bail on self-recognition and adjourned the case to 22nd of September for commencement of the trial. The acting national chairman of the governing All Progressive Congress, APC, Ali Bukar Dalori, has officially assumed duty after the acceptance of its former national chairman's resignation on Friday last week. Political correspondent Abubakar Akwanga reports.
The National Secretariat of the governing All Progressives Congress, APC, is now wearing a new look, a validation to the many questions we seek answers following the exit of its immediate past national chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje.
Now the dust is finally settled as the new acting national chairman of the party, Ali Bukar Dalori, presides over the 174th National Working Committee meeting soon after his declaration by the NWC as helmsman of the party in accordance with Article 14 of the party's constitution. Dalori described Ganduje as a true party man who left behind many legacy imprints on the sand of time and wished him a quick recovery while pledging unwavering commitment to consolidate on the achievements of all his predecessors.
My appointment to this role is not a personal victory. As someone who has served faithfully within this party as a long-standing member of NWC, I assure you of my dedication to carry out this role with transparency, inclusiveness, and unity of purpose.
As Ali Dalori holds brief of the party's apex office pending the former replacement of Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, the NWC promised to deepen consensus and internal democracy in canvassing more membership for the party ahead of 2027 and all future elections. In Abuja, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the governing All Progressive Congress has fixed 24th of July 2025 for its National Executive Committee meeting for the replacement of its immediate past national chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje. The resolution was reached and made public immediately after its 174th National Working Committee meeting by its Deputy National Secretary, Festus Fonta. The Deputy National Secretary added that notice for the NEC meeting, which has already been forwarded to the Independent National Electoral Commission. We will be going on a break. Please stay tuned.
What a wonderful world of Sure Clean detergent. Oh yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with Sure Clean. Sure Clean detergent is tough on stains, gentle on your hands, and leaves clothes smelling fresh. Oh see, for clean whites and all colors, Sure Clean detergent makes you shine. As you spread it all, you can see the shine of Sure Clean brightness. Now, wear your smile with pride and nothing to hide. Sure Clean detergent makes your family clean and happy. Sure Clean detergent. Happiness with every wash.
Are you desiring a future career in nursing science, law, medical laboratory science, public health, accounting, economics, agricultural extension and rural development, criminology and security studies, and other NUC-approved and accredited professional academic programs? If your UTME score 140 and above, then this information is for you. Admission for all these courses is currently ongoing at the Atiba University, Oyo, Nigeria's fastest growing and cost-effective private university. The university is located in the peaceful, serene and secure environment of Oyo Township in Oyo State, Nigeria. Hurry now, admission is in progress. Visit www.atibauniversity.edu.ng to apply or call any of these numbers: 081-034-94152, 080-385-79822. What are you waiting for? The future is now.
Welcome back from the break. Now the news continues. Graduating students from Our Lady of Apostles Secondary School Private Ijebu Ode have been advised to maintain spiritual bonds as well as pray for one another as they embark on a new journey. The Bishop of Ijebu Ode Catholic Diocese, who was represented by Reverend Father Matthew Oglera, gave the advice during a valedictory service of the school. Oriofe Ogunsola reports that the momentous occasion witnessed the celebration of 25 students who were bid farewell by their teachers and peers.
The journey of 6 years, with dedication and hard work, was completed with a valedictory service in Our Lady of Apostles Secondary School, Private. 25 students, also known as the Renaissance, who completed their secondary school education in the school, was celebrated in a grand style, with a call on them to be good ambassadors of the school. The program kick-started with a mass session with prayers and words of encouragement from both clergymen and parents.
We are committing them into your hand, Almighty God, that as they launch into a new phase of their life, they are not going out of your presence, but in your presence, Almighty God, there is fullness of joy.
They should always remember that it is not easy out there in the world, but at the same time, they have been braced with a lot of tools that could help them in life so that they can be able to surmount the challenges of life.
Chairman of the day, Venerable Olasoji Peters, and an alumnus of the school from the 2012 set, who was conferred with the school's Hall of Honor fame, Dr. Olulola Oshimbanjo, charged the graduating students to be prayerful, dream big, and stay healthy as they embark on another phase in the journey of life.
They should always pray and walk. They should be obedient to the laws of God.
Dream boldly and not limit yourselves. And while you are doing this, remember to live wisely.
Gifts were presented to graduating students who stood out academically and in other areas. Valedictorian Akunke Peters expressed happiness for the success and also appreciated her parents as well as teachers for their support.
I feel happy and it's a reflection of my hard work that I've put in.
In a joyous mood, both the graduating students and their parents expressed gratitude to God for a successful completion of secondary school program. Also, the principal of the school, Sister Joy Gertrude Okonko, OLA, was indeed grateful to God for each free program. She called on her graduating students to commit their ways unto God's end and remain focused.
It has not been easy since GS1, but I just want to thank God that I was able to graduate here today.
I feel so excited and relieved.
I'm very happy because she makes me proud as the outgoing head girl of Our Lady Apostle Private School.
Not just academic, but holistic formation, and that is what we see in them. So I'm so proud of the school.
They should be themselves. They should not compare themselves with any other person. Before they do anything, they should think.
The event was concluded with the cutting of cake and the induction of the students into the alumni group. In Ijebu Ode, Oriofe Ogunsola, NTA News.
Recently, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde renamed the Polytechnic Ibadan to Omololu Olunloyo Polytechnic. The move, the governor says, is to honor and immortalize the late former governor of Oyo State. Ayomiku Ajibola in this report takes a look at the reactions that follows the renaming of the Citadel of Learning. Ayomiku tells us more on the move to honor the former governor.
That institution will now be named Omololu Olunloyo Polytechnic.
Announcing the renaming of the Polytechnic Ibadan to Omololu Olunloyo, Governor Seyi Makinde stated that it is a step to remember the late former governor of the state, who also was a pioneer rector of the institution, popularly called VOSO. Dr. Olunloyo was a distinguished Nigerian figure known for his outstanding academic achievements, earned his PhD in applied mathematics and number theory from St. Andrews University in Scotland at the age of 25. He completed his PhD in 2 years. Meanwhile, since the announcement by the state governor, the action had generated mixed reactions among both the present and old students of the institution.
Ogun State University was also changed from Ogun State University to Olabisi Onabanjo University. What about University of Nigeria also that changed to Nnamdi Azikiwe University?
Not a bad idea if such an individual is that immortalized, knowing that yes, when the school was nothing, when it started from the scratch, these are kind of people that made sacrifice.
Dr. Victor Omololu Oluloyo died on April 6, 2025, age 89. In Ibadan, Ayomiku Ajibola, NTA News.
The Commercial Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, has extended his warmest congratulations to the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, Adewale Adeniyi, on his emergence as the chairperson of the World Customs Organization Council. Eulogizing the Controller General's appointment, the Corps Marshal described the election as a clear recognition of the CG's dedication, visionary, leadership, and passion for excellence, which have repositioned the Nigerian Customs Service as a model of professionalism and efficiency in Africa, appreciating the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for creating an enabling environment for agencies to thrive through strategic support and commitment to the realization of their ideals. The Corps Marshal said that the Corps will remain resolute in strengthening ties with sister agencies such as the Nigerian Customs Service to build a safer and more prosperous nation. That's all we have for you today on Nta Ijebu Ode News at 7. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great night.
Oh, what a wonderful world of SureClean detergent. Oh yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with SureClean. SureClean detergent is tough on stains, gentle on your hands, and leaves clothes smelling fresh. Oh see, for clean white and all colors, SureClean detergent makes you shine. As you spread it all, you can see the shine of SureClean brightness. Now, wear your smile with pride and nothing to hide. SureClean detergent makes your family clean and happy. SureClean detergent, happiness with every wash.
Are you desiring a future career in nursing science, law, medical laboratory science, public health, accounting, economics, agricultural extension and rural development, criminology and security studies, and other NUC-approved and accredited professional academic programs? If your UTME score 140 and above, then this information is for you. Admission for all these courses is currently ongoing at the Atiba University, Oyo, Nigeria's fastest growing and cost-effective private university. The university is located in the peaceful, serene, and secure environment of Oyo Township in Oyo State, Nigeria. Hurry now, admission is in progress. Visit www.atibauniversity.edu.ng to apply, or call any of these numbers: 081-034-94152, 080-385-79822. What are you waiting for? The future is now.